was countless more atrocities on the African soil that America themselves did not step in. They left it up to France and these other people. You look at the bloody massacre that took place in Sierra Leone and Liberia. Oh man, that was sickening. And that they allowed that to continue to go on with the facade of the UN going over there, and which was no law at all. The UN. What we've seen here, hundreds of people were chemically gassed, and they claim they have the evidence for it. Just like we spoke about before, evidence must be presented. They attacked Iraq was attacked without any evidence proven of chemical, of nuclear weapons provided, and they were still attacked. And on top of that, those same UN inspectors that's fooling around now in Syria are still running around in there and still haven't come up with anything. And yet there is people heading to Congress to start a war.
I also think that we need to find a way to make the person who gave the order to have it done hold them accountable. We go in, we make war, innocent civilians die, soldiers die, but the person who gave the order generally gets away with it. And we need to find out a way to hold them accountable.
Right. When Iraq was attacked, the American public was behind. They had an overwhelming amount of Americans that wanted retaliation for 9/11, which 9/11 had nothing to do. It still didn't prove that it had nothing to do with what happened on 9/11. Iraq had nothing to do with it, but they were still attacked.
All right. Let's go. We're going to take it to a break on that one right there. Everybody hold the thought. Caller, we still got the caller on the line from Ohio.
Ohio, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, before we take it to the break, I know you're probably not here for a very long time with us, but what's developing here now, and what we're seeing, the president actually going out, doing what the people want. There's a 9% approval rating for this war right now in the American public. 9%. That's a very low number. So let me get this answer to you real fast. Question to you real fast before we do that. Do you think America should sit back and watch, or the powers of the world should sit back and watch these people being gassed and annihilated? How you feel about that? Should we do nothing?
Well, I believe with the claim of Assad using chemical weapons, I believe a full all-out investigation should be done. And I also believe that it should come out and they should also admit that the rebels is Al-Qaeda. And if you remember who Al-Qaeda is, if I'm a proud patriotic American, I was told that Al-Qaeda had something to do with 9/11. And all of a sudden now they're the rebels. They were the same rebels that was in Syria, in Libya, and now they're the same rebels that's in Egypt as well, and now the same rebels that's now in Syria. Obama is not running America. Between Israel and Europe, they're the ones running America, between FBI and the rest of them. It's a morbid time right now to hear Obama come out and say that he doesn't need approval from Congress to go into war. That brought an urgency to myself to know now I have to prepare myself for the battle America's going to go into. And like I said earlier, we are, like I said, entering World War III.
It is such a shame that they putting all of this baggage on that brother Obama. We're going to take it to a small break. Remember, number to the studio.
I agree with that.
Number to the studio is 646-736-7479. Once again, 646-736-7479. Right here on the line, live.
And before, if I may, Mercy, on a slightly different topic, or a sub-subject. Dana, you had something you wanted announced. So why don't we go ahead and announce this before we take our break? Something pertaining to what's going on with you and your situation. Could you give us a brief on that?
I have, and it is not an absolute positive yet, but it looks like the ACLU is finally going to step into my case, which means national media, which means ugly is coming down on the state of Colorado and many, many politicians. Some law changes will be made. Some politicians, some people in power that have been abusing their power are going to be stopped. It's going to be a big, ugly expose.
And we will be monitoring that situation as well. Thank you, brothers, for allowing me to get that squeezed in there real quick. So stay on the line with us, Dana. We have a whole bunch of things we're talking about today, and you are more than welcome to participate in the discussion.
Absolutely.